Welcome back to the channel, you hairless apes. Today we're talking about a microscopic pest that makes my blood boil more than tourists tapping on the glass. Malaria. Most of you think it's just a bad fever you get from a mosquito. Wrong. The mosquito is just the delivery guy. The real villain is a parasite called Plasmodium. Its life cycle is so obnoxiously complicated that it weeds out half the med students in microbiology every semester. So put down your smartphones, open your primitive brains, and listen up, because I didn't get my MD from the jungle to watch you fail your boards. First things first, this parasite is a freeloader that needs two hosts. The vector, and the definitive host, is the female Anopheles mosquito. Why the female? Because she needs your blood to make eggs, while the males just drink nectar like cowards. The sexual reproduction of the parasite happens inside her. We humans, we're just the intermediate host. We get the boring asexual reproduction and all the suffering. The mosquito bites an infected human and sucks up gametocytes, the sex cells. These cells meet in the mosquito's gut, hook up, form a zygote, then a moving ookinete, and finally, an oocyst. When this oocyst pops, it unleashes infectious sporozoites. These little scumbags migrate to the mosquito's salivary glands and wait to be injected into the next victim. Then comes schizogony, the asexual phase in the human. This is a two-part misery. Act 1, the exoerythrocytic, liver phase. The mosquito bites you, injecting sporozoites. Within minutes, they speed run to your liver. They break into your hepatocytes, multiply like crazy for weeks, and eventually rupture the liver cells, dumping tens of thousands of merozoites into your blood. Listen to me carefully. If you get asked about Plasmodium vivax or Plasmodium ovale on the exam, you better scream the word hypnozoites. These are lazy, dormant forms that stay asleep in the liver. They don't go into the blood right away. They wait months or years, and then bam, they wake up and cause a relapse. Forget this on my exam, and I will throw my desk at you. Act 2 is the erythrocytic, red blood cell phase. The merozoites flood the blood and invade your red blood cells, RBCs. Memorize this developmental sequence or don't bother showing up. Ring form, immature trophozoite, mature trophozoite, schizont. When the schizont matures, the RBC explodes. The parasites synchronize this mass cellular destruction, releasing toxins that trigger those famous bone-rattling malarial fever spikes. Eventually, we hit gametogamy. Some merozoites get bored of dividing and turn into male and female gametocytes. They just chill inside the RBCs, waiting for another mosquito to drink them up. Circle of life. There are 4 main human pathogenic species, and they all have distinct MOs. Let's review the suspects. 1. The picky eaters, Plasmodium vivax and Plasmodium ovale. Disease, Malaria tertiana, benign tertian fever. Fever rhythm, spikes every 48 hours, sharp. Target cells, they selectively infect young RBCs, reticulocytes. Because young cells are elastic, the infected cells actually enlarge under the microscope. Smear morphology. The cytoplasm gets covered in tiny reddish speckles called Schuffner's dots. Hypnozoites? Yes. Relapse is guaranteed if you don't treat the liver. 2. The slowpoke, Plasmodium malariae. Disease, Malaria quartana, quartan fever. Fever rhythm? Spikes every 72 hours because it takes its sweet time. Target cells. It only infects old, stiff RBCs. As a result, the RBC size remains normal. Smear morphology. The parasite inside stretches out into bizarre band-like or club shapes. Hypnozoites? No. Once it's out of your blood, you're clear. 3. The apex predator, Plasmodium falciparum. Dr. Papes. This is the big one, the widowmaker. Disease, Malaria tropica, malignant tertian fever. Fever rhythm, spikes every 36 to 48 hours, but it's completely irregular because this bug doesn't respect the rules. Target cells, it infects RBCs of any age. This means the parasitemia,
parasite count goes absolutely nuclear. Smear morphology. You will often see multiple ring forms crammed into a single RBC. You won't see mature forms in the peripheral blood because they hide in the deep vessels, but you will see the gametocytes. And what shape are they? They are crescent or banana-shaped.
Why is P. falciparum so lethal? It alters the RBC membrane, making the cells sticky. They clump together in what we call rosettes, adhering to the capillary walls and acting like a cork in a bottle. If this happens in the brain, cerebral malaria, coma, and death. If it causes massive RBC destruction, the hemoglobin floods the kidneys. The patient urinates dark black fluid. We call it black water fever, and it leads straight to acute renal failure. But humans aren't entirely defenseless. Evolution gave us two cheat codes: sickle cell anemia, HBS. Heterozygotes have abnormal hemoglobin. P. falciparum tries to eat it, hates the taste, and dies. This is why the sickle cell trait stuck around in Africa. Duffy antigen negativity. P. vivax needs the Duffy antigen as a door handle to enter the RBC. Most of the West African population is genetically Duffy negative. No door handle, no entry. Total immunity. Nature is beautiful. For therapy, chloroquine used to be the gold standard, but falciparum laughed at it and mutated. Today, you use ACT, artemisinin-based combination therapy, malarone, mefloquine, or quinine with doxycycline. Listen to your primate professor right now. All those drugs only kill the blood forms. If your patient has Vivax or Ovali, those hypnozoites are still snoring in the liver. You must prescribe Primaquine to eradicate them, or the patient will relapse. But, and this is a career-ending but, before you hand over that Primaquine, you must test for G6PD enzyme deficiency. If they have it, Primaquine will trigger massive hemolysis, and you will be the one who killed them, not the mosquito. For prophylaxis, bed nets, vector control, and chemoprophylaxis, malarone, doxycycline, started before travel and continued for weeks after returning. There is no routine adult vaccine yet,